Colleen Yates, and I'm the CEO of Regional Development Australia Perth, and welcome again to our show. And we have Peter Kasprick back again, as you guys might remember Peter from a previous conversation, and he's the CEO of Innovate Australia. Now, Peter.
Yes.
The Hydrogen Highway. Yeah. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, we actually just finished an event on the Hydrogen Highway. Yeah, we're excited about the project. So Hydrogen Highway is it's a brainchild of Hydrogen Society of Australia, and Hydrogen Society of Australia is initiative of Innovate Australia. So with Hydrogen Highway, the idea is to create a network of hydrogen refueling stations. And the network actually, we're only talking in this case about 5 stations, and this is from Perth to Port Hedland, and this is along Highway 95, National Highway 95. And the idea for that is actually to designate this for heavy transport. And reason for heavy transport, why we focus on that? Because there are hydrogen highways in California, in Norway, in Japan, in Germany. So basically our existing networks. We don't in Australia. In Australia, at this moment, as we're recording this, we have 3 cars in the whole continent, hydrogen vehicles. And we got 1 station, which is not even stationary station, is a truck. Used as a refueling station. But that's okay, that will change very quickly. So the idea actually for focusing on heavy transport is to create scale, create demand, to give people idea. A car, roughly, a hydrogen car takes about 5 kilo of hydrogen, roughly can drive on it about 500 kilometers. So for average person might be a week, you know. A truck takes 20 times more, roughly. It takes about 100 kilo of hydrogen, and can use that in 3 days, less than 3 days, let's say. So huge difference. Okay, so definitely, you know, you can create a scale very quickly doing that. Yeah.
So why this road in particular? Why pick this road?
Okay, that's our main road here, actually connecting Perth to Port Hedland, so our northern to Karratha as well, etc. But basically going through Pilbara. Pilbara already has a lot of initiatives. Okay, when it comes to hydrogen, when it comes to ammonia, there are projects there. There are many solar projects actually in the area, and also, you know, in the future, I mean, there's our mining region. So there is a numerous mine actually in Pilbara region. So the idea is for the trucks actually to supply mines. They also we were just talking about it because there's a lot of talk about using hydrogen fuel cells in vehicles that actually the big haulback trucks that driving, you know, inside mines. And the idea for that is so our trucks gonna be like advocates for the idea of hydrogen. They'll be driving salesmen, you know, sort of. Because once people realize, you know, the advantages of it, and financial advantages, because it's going to be less expensive actually to drive than diesel, and health advantages huge, you know, and all our minds very focused on safety as well. So definitely, that's the main reason for the route.
So how does hydrogen work?
Okay, so yeah, a lot of people think hydrogen actually, basically, we're pouring hydrogen inside, but hydrogen itself, I was showing an example, you can make it very easily. You just literally can take 2 nails and stick in a glass of water and put a little battery in it and attach the battery to 2 wires, and you're gonna see that all of a sudden it's that bubbling. So, you know, you're gonna have bubbles on one side, bubbles on the other side. That's how simple it is. If you want to catch it, just take a glass upside down, 2 cups, and you can catch hydrogen. That's how it is. Yeah. So what's happening in the vehicle? It's actually the vehicles. Opposite. The vehicles actually have what is called fuel cell, which is sort of like a pancake, a stack of metal material. Yeah? And when you add hydrogen to it, opposite happens. You put hydrogen, it takes oxygen from the air and joins them together. In the process of joining, electrons come out. Like before, you were putting butter, so you were making, you were putting electricity. Now electricity comes out, and the water comes out. So that's it. The vehicles do have exhaust pipe, but the only thing comes out is pure water. Literally, you can make yourself a nice cup of tea and you can drink it straight. It's a pure water. So it's huge advantages. So because it's so simple, really. I mean, I'm sort of oversimplifying here because in industrial scale, it's hydrogen is made a little bit differently. It's called steam reforming. So basically, you take a gas, natural gas, let's say, and you can add high pressure and extremely high temperature steam, and you join them together. What comes out is hydrogen. Problem is, in the process, you get a lot of CO2. Okay, so a lot of companies, actually gas companies, working on capture and storage of CO2. So it's not my personal favorite, but because the idea is you actually can do hydrogen actually using renewable resources.
So, some people have the perception that using hydrogen is volatile or dangerous, but it seems it's been around for some time. So, what would you say to someone who would go, "Isn't it dangerous?"
It's funny because that's still we have this perception, and for two reasons. One, people usually first thing that comes to people's mind when they hear hydrogen, its second word is bomb. So nothing to do with this, but it's absolutely true. That's what people think, so that's one. And the second thing is that probably older, people like me, when they think hydrogen, they think about Hindenburg. Both of these total fallacies. Okay, so
both blew up.
Yeah, but in Hindenburg actually was actually the oxide was the paint that actually was outside that's what was burning. Okay, hydrogen. There was a fantastic safety video on YouTube, very short, couple minutes, and actually shows they purposely punched the tank hydrogen in the car. It's at the back, and hydrogen being so light, is the lightest element. It's number one on the table. So it comes out directly and it basically just escapes. It doesn't go left, right. So that for comparison, they actually show when you have do the same thing to a normal tank, the car that you're driving, the gasoline goes all over the place, or petrol, goes all over the place. And so that's why you got lingering fires. The whole car can catch fire. With hydrogen, no, it just goes directly, escapes. There's another very short video also showing you when they shot the hydrogen tank, which is made from carbon basically, and they're very safe. And they shot the tank and just with huge 50 caliber, and just nothing happened out of that. Okay, so just simply hydrogen just dissipates. Look, it's extremely safe when it comes to usage. And like everything, there's misconception. There's still hard because when we have events, people still think that ask the same questions.
So are you getting a lot of support in terms of the Hydrogen Highway concept?
We're getting fantastic. So this is frankly, it just I don't want to say too much, but it's just that's a little bit my fault, just because talking, I get enthusiastic about it. So I talk
enthusiastic.
I talk to anybody who will listen, and even to those who don't want to listen, I still talk to them. So I'm so just like. People looked at but look, the idea is because we get so many inquiries now. I'm on LinkedIn. I get quite a few. I get probably over 700 links just for hydrogen with different people all over the world. So even answering one email, and I just look at my clean up the email over the weekend. It's almost there, and then go 200 something again. So it's really, and a lot of it is not like a grow more hair, but most of it is actually like people asking questions and just so. Frankly, yeah, we do have a lot of support. Senator Linda Reynolds, who was here, great supporter, and now her being member of cabinet is really good for us, okay, because she's pushing in federal. It's Peter Klinken, our chief scientist of Australia, Dr. Alan Finkel as well. We corresponded with him. We have meetings lined up with NERA and ARENA, so the two agencies actually that are very interested in in this project. So yeah, we're working right now developing short animation just to it's easy for some people. Easier for some people to talk when the light is on, but some people feel good when the light is off, So yes, but yeah, that's okay.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. See?
Okay, well, thank you for coming on our show again.
Absolutely.
And talking about the Hydrogen Highway. And look forward to seeing this project move forward.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
To all of our people out there, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you.
Peter, Colleen, what a great interview with the Hydrogen Highway. Peter, Innovate Australia, how do you assess, someone's looking at you and going, geez, you're doing the Lithium Valley, you do all this innovation. How do you assess as an organisation what you think is going to be the next best thing that you should be exploring and exposing WA to?
Look, I think, I personally like to keep in touch.
I think someone's going to dim the lights on you, Peter.
Yeah, but that's very attractive, actually. We can, we still got 2 minutes, so that's...
No, you can't. It's
We're back.
We're back. Okay. No, so look, they're very interested in technology and innovation. So that's why we're running Innovate Australia, and very often, with the interaction with people, we are actually. People say, "Oh, that would be fantastic." Give you a great example. We had an event. We had summit, which we organized together with Regional Development Australia with Colleen. We had summit on the topic was women of agribusiness. Okay, and so we thought women of agribusiness probably don't get that much recognition, so let's organize. After that summit, actually, one of the women, Mary Nenke, she runs Yabi Farm in Cochrane, and she actually was the one who raised the issue. Said regional telecommunications. She said it's really stifling development of agriculture, agribusiness. So we thought, okay, and Linda was there actually. Colleen was there. So we thought, okay, why don't we just do event in the country? We never done it, and so that's how this was born. Again, suggestion from somebody from actually our panel, and so that was a great adventure because we hire a big bus. We when it's 3.5 hours actually driving from Perth, so we had really nice bus from Adams, so, and it was really great experience and actually was very useful for people in the country as well.
For both you, Peter and Colleen, a lot of people would say West Australia is going to be the toughest place to do innovation in. How would you respond to that generalised comment?
I don't see it as the toughest place to do innovation in. I think we don't toot our horn enough. I think we've got a lot of innovation that exists here in WA, but we're very quiet about how we promote what we've got. So, that's, I think, part of the role that both RDA and I know Innovate Australia, we both are trying to toot the horn a little bit for WA, to actually try and get better recognized in terms. And if we can get more attention on the innovation and the companies, then the likelihood of them staying here in WA will be greater.
Yeah, I actually just want to say, look, there are a couple, probably the best known place, SpaceCube, which is the oldest, actually, Brodie McCulloch, who actually started the place, but now it grew into Flux and Core, etc. So that's our sort of like great center. There are other people, Peter Rosdeutsche, very active, used to run Tech Hub now. Yeah, so there are a number of places actually in Perth that are actually doing something really good. And no, I wouldn't say it's difficult. Yeah, look, we like always, the governments, sometimes tough, because they get all the priorities as well. But look, governments actually allocate some money to different things. We always would like, more zeros behind the money that they allocate. So that's fine. But but no, look, my theory is people might think it's naive, but if you imagine if you invest $1 billion, just number, okay. But if you really have a proper plan and invest $1 billion in innovation, so just really working with the companies, it's sort of like being VC, venture capital. But so you're looking at what the holes are, how to, okay, you need this person. Yeah. But if you really do that, then seriously, it's probably 5 years from now or 10 years from now, it will pay for itself, and then from then on, you're going to start benefiting. It really, and I think that's what we talk a little bit about government's role, and my favorite example, and sorry, I have to, when I talk, I have to talk, so but Holland is a great example. Holland and agriculture. I mean, the country is smaller than Tasmania. It's amazing, and this country was the agriculture was totally in disarray, and it was practically the government who were deciding, are we going to let it die completely? Okay. Because we have really not much land, etc., and all it is reclaim and all that. Are we going to just let it die and just start importing, or fortunately they have very strong sort of unions of farmers, and they decided actually no, let's apply the newest technology, and the result is they're actually using technology. They're one of the largest exporters of food. I mean, you could not believe it. How is this possible? This tiny country. I mean, they beating United States in many things, and I think they only second, I think, to United States when it comes to export of potatoes. But everything is done actually because of technology, the newest technology applied. They got, when we talked, remember when we were talking about vertical farming and indoor farming, etc. And all of a sudden, and what's happened is once you decide, or government decide, okay, let's do this, so you allocate some funding, so that attracts people like magnets. So now, we get so many people. Let's offer university courses, but instead of a little bit here, a little bit there, they created the largest university, so they get the most famous. So now, if it's sort of like a Oxford, of agriculture. So if you want to go to then you go to Holland. So it's fantastic and that's what it takes, it just takes a vision, and same thing, with Germany did, we were just talking about, Germany did with solar. Angela Merkel decided, okay, this is what we're going to do, and I was laughing that, I'm from Poland, and Germany has, 7 days like Poland, sunny days, yet they leaders in solar technology. How is that possible? It's just vision, government vision saying, this is new technology coming. Are we going to stay? Are we going to take advantage of it? So Denmark is leading the world in wind energy. Yeah. So they're constructing actually wind turbines. Okay. And again, tiny countries. So sort of the same thing. I think Denmark also. I think they have 5 million people. So it's incredible. So it's like Sydney. So imagine smaller than Tasmania and population of Sydney, and they're leading the world actually in wind turbines. So all it is just really looking what's coming. Okay, how can we position ourselves, and how can we take advantage as a country? And that's why we see, with Hydrogen Highway, it's tremendous opportunity for Australia and tremendous for Western Australia, because we can grab technology which does not really exist. The hydrogen trucks are developed as we speak right now. Now they're being built. So we can grab that technology and actually really become leaders in technology, because, you know, the manufacturers can come here and actually test the trucks. You know, this is where you earn your stripes, sort of, you know, because if you can do this, if you can be a road train and pull, you know, 6 trailers behind you, then yes, you deserve to actually call yourself a trucking company.
Colleen, I know you and Peter get on famously and you work jointly on a lot of things, but for Regional Development Australia, is it challenging from your perspective trying to sort out all the innovation, all the noise around innovation in WA, to find the really golden pieces that are worth putting the effort into? How do you do that?
No, I don't think it's that difficult, and I think, you know, it's when the perfect storm is created. And I think, for instance, with the energy metals in Lithium Valley, there's a huge opportunity, you know, to take advantage of that. And that can work hand in hand with hydrogen in creating that new energy future. So, you know, I think it's, for us, it's about not only, you know, writing the reports, and it's actually working with industry, getting everybody behind the initiative and making it happen. And you know, I know government sometimes, you know, struggles a little bit, and these things have not been on their radar. But I think there's enough energy behind, pardon the pun, to actually make them happen.
Peter, I'm very conscious of time. I know you're really, really busy. But people watching this must look at Peter and go, how the heck did he get Innovation Australia? How did you get here? What drove you? A bit of...
No, look, I always, you know, I always like improving and and tinkling. I actually was involved with Adam, with the co-founder of Innovate Australia, Adam Osarian, who is an academic at Edith Cowan University. Very smart guy, and also
just won an award.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, also you're right. Yeah, this year he was actually 4 times in Innovator of the Year awards, but this time actually he won his category. So together with his team, and that was a team that worked with Professor Barry Marshall, who is our great Nobel laureate from Western Australia. So yeah, we run. Actually, I was on the board. Adam was on the board of steering committee of innovation, Australian Innovation Council, and yeah. Then later I was running the organization. But we brought Lynn Bisley. So there are 2 people actually who were instrumental. Actually, one is Lynn Bisley, who was then our chief scientist, and we brought her as a patron of the organization. And the second one, so this is a very odd couple, because the second one is Rupert Murdoch. Although, no, seriously, it's a very odd couple, but it's probably nothing in common. But not that we brought Rupert Murdoch somewhere, but actually we put the proposal to the government, and I was making a pitch, and I wrote big speech, and a friend of mine who runs Inventors Association actually in Victoria, he said, "Oh man, you have to watch this. There's Rupert Murdoch did a Lowy lecture." And he actually, I watched the video on YouTube, and I would recommend everybody to watch it. And it was a fantastic speech. It was actually all about innovation, and that was 2013, and it was really inspirational. So I actually used material from that, and in my speech, and actually, yeah, it worked, you know. So yeah, yeah, like I said, very odd couple. So 2 main people, Lynn Bisley and Rupert Murdoch.
People watching, just really quickly,
yeah.
They've heard about Innovate Australia, they want to come to these events, get involved. What's the best way of contacting or getting to these fantastic events that you do put on a regular basis?
On our website, so it's innovateaustralia.org. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So
Or you can search on Eventbrite. So,
absolutely,
yes.
yeah. So if you put an Eventbrite, usually we do about one event a month. Okay, sometimes more often, but roughly one a month. So I think this was our 56th event. So it's and we had So yeah, very happy with that.
And Colleen, Regional Development Australia, Perth. How do people find more about what you guys are up to and some of these fantastic reports that you guys are putting out as well, and really educating everyone on this future and the innovation progress we're making?
Well, we've got a website, so it's rdaperth.org, nice and simple. And people can come and watch our YouTube channel.
Fantastic. Guys, I really do appreciate your time. I know you're both flat out, but thanks for staying back and having a chat.
Thank you.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget to subscribe.